Angels against the Baltimore Orioles. Right now on 2K Sports.
That's right, Jeannie, and get ready, folks. We're in the month of June.
He will go
real
to the
life,
mound today
July.
looking for the W.
All-Star game just around the
Edwin
corner.
Jackson, tough on any batting order. He
Get
makes
better
the
than that.
start. This is downtown Baltimore, the home of the Orioles at Oriole Park. 2K Sports proudly presents Major League Baseball the month of June. And our starting pitcher for Baltimore, Steve, he's got to focus here. Toronto hitters, what's he thinking about?
Not one of the better right-handers on the mound right here against a lineup that can put some runs up on the board. If he throws it over the plate, this lineup can do some damage, so he's going to have to really work the corners and rely upon his movement.
It's all about
So who are you looking at, John?
Got to get
Well, power isn't the name of the game for Brandon Belt. He's more of a line drive hitter. He's going to spray at the off field. Has a very wide stance in the batter's box. That means that he's never really off balance. That, to me, dictates he should be a 300 hitter for his entire career.
Leadoff man in the box.
Won a couple more series.
Well, the Blue Jays with a loss last night, so we'll see if they can rebound and claim this series. Last of this three-game set against the Orioles. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0. That last one, the offense really not getting it done.
Nah, just one run scored, and that's not going to get it done. These bats have to come alive in this game.
Absolutely. And when it comes to baseball, you just want to get a little bit of a run.
Let's the 1-0 pitch go by, 1-1.
Now, the Toronto Blue Jays have had an up and down season in 2023. Now we're getting close to the All-Star break. They played, what, 60 games so far? You just never know what's going to happen.
He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike two.
Well, they set up down and away, they throw it down and away. That's how you can be effective as a major league pitcher.
And I think with the Blue Jays, the injuries have really took a toll on, especially in the pitching.
Here's the pitch. And it's fouled off.
Former MLB star Devin Travis. This is one guy that had quite a bit of injuries in his Blue Jay career.
Swing and a miss on the breaker, one down.
Like chases the breaking ball for strike three right there. You got to lay off.
That was a nice pitch. Sometimes you got to know when to swing and know when to hold back. The thing about the Orioles, they've played so great this year.
That will show you how the Orioles are lined up around the field. John, keeping an eye on anyone?
Adam Jones, a converted infielder, hasn't lost a step. He made that transition to the outfield. Still learning the nuances of playing outfield on an everyday basis in the big leagues, but he's a gifted athlete. Big, strong, athletic, very quick, great throwing arm. Adam Jones has a chance to be one of the top outfielders for a long time.
Fastball in there, 0-1.
Gary, I think he decided that was a pitch he needed to take as soon as it came out of his hand. Just can't handle that fastball up and away.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, but you know, Bichette's one of the game's great fastball hitters.
Takes a swing at that 0-1 pitch, but the curve is in there for strike two.
Well, that's exactly where you want to throw that breaking ball. You start on the outside part of the plate and let it break away. That's what he did, and he got him reaching.
You know, that's one of the toughest pitches to hit. They both break the ball.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball, 1-2.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
The thing about Bichette, he has a great eye.
The 1-2 on its way.
And
swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Well, that one's as straight as a string. Just registered 91 on the gun.
You know, that's a pretty heavy-duty pitch there, Steve. And the one thing that you got to realize...
Pitch is too close to take, but you've got to try to make contact with it. Swings right through it, strike three. I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in runs, second in batting average with runners in scoring position, and they're the #2 team in home runs. That ability to drive themselves in when they walk up to the plate, great power in this lineup.
Yeah, that's one thing that's great about the Blue Jays. And they've shown it over the years. Just never give up.
Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
No, Vlad Jr., I mean, son of Vladimir Guerrero Sr., was a former MVP, you know, in his time with the Montreal Expos, and going to the Angels and have such great years
1-0
there,
on the way. Headed for the middle. That one gets through for a base hit.
Well, you got to love to see this guy get on base with 2 outs right here with that base hit. Now, it's up to his teammates to figure out a way to get him across the plate.
Here's a look at the teams that have gone the extra distance, courtesy of State Farm. Blue Jays #1, the A's second, in third the Rangers, Yankees 4th. It's the Astros number 5. Ball 1 started off the at bat. It's 1-0.
Oh, Matt Chapman's another guy.
Here's the 1-0. This is that breaking ball on the 1-0 pitch. Now even at 1.
Well, it doesn't matter what pitch the pitcher's throwing up there. He's swinging for the fences. And I tell you what, he got a breaking ball. He thought he saw it well, but he just missed it with that big cut.
He had a big swing there.
And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2.
I think every time you go up to bat, you got to have a game plan. And you see what Chapman tonight, he really is trying to figure it out. He's really trying to get it going. Sometimes when you lock in,
Here's the
a
pitch.
baseball leaves the ball.
Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first.
Boy, if
And first chance next for the Orioles.
He's really giving the fans of Baltimore something to cheer for.
And let's glance at Toronto's starter. As he gets into this Baltimore lineup, Steve, strategy-wise,
Well, for Edwin Jackson, you have to be prepared for the hard stuff. The fastball and the slider in a good combination, but his changeup is the thing that will be critical to allow him to change speeds to get the hitters off balance.
The thing about Edwin Jackson, he's pitched for so many teams in his MLB career. Now, don't forget, I think he pitched for 8 teams. He pitched for the A's twice. He pitched for the Blue Jays twice. He played for them twice. He played for the Detroit Tigers. He played for the Arizona Diamondbacks. There's a few other teams that I missed, but Edwin Jackson is one of the greatest journeymen in MLB
now
history.
the first pitch. Fastball too low. 1-0.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Absolutely. And the thing about a good pitch, like a slider or a changeup or a fastball, it's all about location. And if you're locating your pitches, most times you're going to get straight.
1-0 pitch, a slider in there. 1-1.
He has great rotation on his breaking ball right here, and he hits the perfect spot. The hitter just gave up on it.
Oh, that was a great pitch, Steve. And the most important thing for the Blue Jays is developing good pitching and good pitchers. And we've seen some of their pitchers develop in the last few years, in Alex Manoah and Nate Pearson. Here's our 2 guys that have had some great arms, great deliveries, and lots of promise. But I think some of the big signings that they've brought in terms of trades and Jose Barreros, they've really shown Blue Jay fans that they have some hope in their pitching. If Hung Jin Ko can come back after the All-Star break and give them the pitching they need to make the playoffs, right now they're in 4th, catch up to the Orioles and the Yankees. They're going to have to bring everything in the kitchen sink.
He delivers. And here's a called strike at the letters, and it's 1-2.
Well, you throw that breaking pitch up and in, it's dangerous because a lot of times the hitter will open up giving on the pitch. That's the one pitch he has left to hit, but he got away with one there.
Pulls off on the sinker. 2-2.
It's been really cool to see what the Orioles have done this year. Austin Hayes has really given the Orioles a good catcher that can catch. Mountcastle's really put on some huge productive numbers. I mean, so many. Montana has been another great young star for this team this year. Man, there's just so many great stories to talk about. Mullins has been another one that has really given the Oriole fans some hope. You just never know in Baltimore. This is their year making the playoffs.
Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
Not much movement to speak of at just 88 miles per hour.
Well, you see him go after the inside part of the plate here.
Boy, he really did. He just bombarded the inside after the plate.
Well, and as a hitter, you just have to get your timing down a little bit better. And he certainly didn't have it there.
Yeah, that was a pretty
Shortstop up.
massive pitch. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Well, Anthony Santar is another guy has really brought it. He's one of those players that they had in their farm system the last few years. He's shown in the major league level with the big boys. So far this year, it's 10 home runs, almost 25 ribbies.
Cut on and missed as he was loading up. 0-1.
That's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
And the thing about that fastball, it's the location. And the thing that's great about Edwin Jackson, I remember watching him pitch in Detroit. He's always had a great delivery. He might not have the fastest fastball, but the thing that made Jim Lynn love this pitcher. He's such a great pitcher, and most managers love having this guy. Even John Hughes, when he coached the Toronto Blue Jays back in the day, remember him talking about Edwin Jackson, his delivery. He's such a great student of the game, and he loves to pitch, and he loves the game of baseball, and he showed it in his great MLB career.
Good hard sinker that time, in control in the count now, 0-2.
Can you say ground ball? That's what that sinker down to the zone is meant to do.
The ground ball pitch is a ground ball pitch. And I remember growing up watching Kevin Brown pitch for the Dodgers, and even pitching in his days with the Padres when they were getting to the World Series, winning division titles during the Tony Gwynn era and Ken Caminiti. You know, the thing about Kevin Brown, he just had that type of sinker ball you couldn't hit. And another one I was great at it was Brandon Webb, who won the Cy Young a few years ago in 2008 and 2007. The thing about Brandon Webb, similar to Kevin Brown, the sinker ball, it was just impossible to hit. And you think about another guy who threw a sinker ball, it was Mariano Rivera.
Swung on and fouled away. Hit sharply towards the hole. He's got it. What a play. Great diving play, and that's a hit that wasn't.
Well, you can't hit the ball any better than that. You don't often talk about wingspan in baseball. Wingspan right there was the key to the catch.
And now you've got a moment
I played
to look at
third
that
base
lineup for the Orioles. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, so many gifted athletes in Major League Baseball right now, but Adam Jones has to be near the top of that list. He can do it all for a kid who's still learning the game. Once he learns it and once he gets comfortable and believes in his talent, the sky's the limit for how great he can become.
Yeah, the thing about Adam Jones in his MLB career, he put up some wicked numbers with the Orioles. Never mind, he was an all-star, I think, 2 times. You know, he has some great numbers with this franchise. Now playing out in Japan, you know, hey, he's having fun out there.
And Jackson's pitch too low. That's taken 4 a ball. Line drive fouled off towards first.
No, you got to give it to the Royals tonight. They've really been defensive tonight in terms of swings and misses. Timing's everything in baseball, and I think the new pitch clock is kind of messed with a lot of players' momentum, rhythm. You know, when I played back in my day, it was all about you don't need no clock. Timing's everything in baseball, and it kind of messes up your mechanics. I can see the struggles with players in the game this season. They just can't really figure out the clock. Maybe they'll figure it out, maybe they won't. But it's one thing in baseball. It's all about rhythm.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's 2-1.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch. You talk about a cut fastball. One of the tough pitches in baseball to hit here. The most important thing, if you're the Baltimore Orioles, is try to get here.
2-1 pitch. Really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. Oh, and a wild throw. So they can't make the play. So here's how Toronto will stack up defensively.
Well, Gary, you know, they always want to play solid defense, but against this weak hitting lineup, there's a chance that they have some margin for error today.
When you have Kevin Kiermaier at center field, the chance of winning the game goes up. It's one of the best arms in baseball. Brandon Belt's a pretty good outfielder. He's more of a first baseman in his career, but chill.
There he goes for second. Strike one. And he's in there at second base.
The throw too late right there. He's able to steal second base, sliding into the bag.
That's something he's going to try again if he can get that kind of a jump.
You know, during the replay, he didn't have that much of a leadoff either.
Yeah, it was pretty close. And I hated stealing bases, but you see right there on the replay, boys, you just never know. Sometimes you got to take a chance. You got to give it to the first base coach, giving him the green light.
That fastball that time, the misses inside, evens the count at 1.
Well, going with the cut fastball in the inside corner here. He tries to bust him in on the hands, but the ball runs back, just misses the corner.
You know, the cut fastball is a tough pitch to hit. You know, One thing I remember going up to bat is when they used to throw inside on him. Man, I was nervous. You know, they always had to have a real game plan. That baseball's coming at you so fast, so quick, and you can't even think about it. It's coming. You got to be ready.
The pitch. A swing line to left center. And that gets through for a base hit.
It's a fastball away, but he goes out and hooks it into left field for a base hit.
Well, you see him right there. He pulls the ball into right field to George Springer, and it's just showing that Baltimore is trying to get better. 2023, they've
Still early, but
so
never
much
too early to gauge the Eastern Division race. Take a look at it on our State Farm standings board. Yankees in first place, Blue Jays in the second spot, Red Sox in third. Fourth belongs to the Orioles, and it's the Rays in the last slot.
Well, you talk about two teams that are in rebuild mode, and the Red Sox and the Rays. But you know, the Rays have just been an elite team over the last few years. They're the best team in baseball in 2023. And you look at the Orioles, they're the second best team in the American League East, alongside the Yankees, the Red Sox, and Blue Jays. So, you know, the East, the American League East, has become one of the best divisions in all of Major League Baseball over the last 3 years. Since 2020, this division has really become very, very competitive.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. That's down. The run's coming in.
Now batting for the Baltimore.
Well, you always feel really good when you can drive in a run for your team, but especially in the first inning, it sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Yes, manufacturing runs is one of the most important things to do in baseball, and you've seen it right there. Mountcastle gets in, perfect piece of hit.
And we've got Cisco batting. And with the lead, this lineup looks as though they're ready to do some more damage. Still a ways to go, but pitching's going to catch up here.
Well, we all knew the possibility of getting some early runs up early could happen here. That was possible. This could turn out to be a very interesting game, guys.
2 men on and
I
2
think
men
so
out.
too. You just never know. You know, sometimes in baseball it's all about momentum. But Baltimore's playing good. They only got a 1-run lead. And they're only in the bottom of the first inning. Anything can happen. Chance Cisco's a great young hitter. Has 8 home runs, 19 ribbies so far
Jackson
this
with
year.
the delivery. Fastball just misses. 1-0. And guys, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this inning plays out. Sometimes not easy to contain a lineup once it gets started. It's infectious.
Well, you're right. It does. It kind of feeds on each other, Gary. And I think that you know, it looks like from a fan's perspective, you got to love this game. A high-scoring game is what they like.
Oh yeah, that's what I love when I play.
That's in the dirt. He traps it.
Now, I can remember some of the games, you know, with the Baltimore Orioles in the 1990s. Cal Ripken Jr., you know, and Brady Anderson. I mean, I remember one game. It was like a 3-2 game. It was against the New York Yankees. They were down by a run, and boy, Cal Ripken got a game-winning double and won the game. I mean, it was sweet. I was watching on Fox. It was just a great game. Just showing that Cal, he had the streak. He kept playing and playing, and just never broke down. You know, Cal was just a guy that had such heart, and you know, you can see the heart and the belief. You know, when his dad managed him in the 80s, you could see that, you know, Junior was just like Senior. He just had that drive and that passion.
Fastball just misses. He runs it to 3-0.
Well, you get down 3-0 in the count. The pitcher in this situation has to throw strikes.
So strikes is everything, and I think the most important thing is his location. If he's not located in his fastball, most times it's not going to happen.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases. This one rolls through to the wall. That first run is home. And Jones comes across to score. He'll pull into third. That's a 2 RBI 3-bagger. Now look at how much that triple will help their cause. Here's our win expectancy chart.
That was a big piece of hitting there, Gary, and no doubt about it. You had to hustle around the bases. You can see him running.
They need to get it out right now. I mean, this offense just has kept the pressure on them. They need to regroup and get an out.
Franco settling in. Well, they've definitely got a rhythm going right now. Each player feeding off the other.
These guys are really swinging the sticks. They came out ready to hit today, no question about that.
Yeah, if you're the pitcher, though, it's more like somebody's got a stick and he's poking you in the eye.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me tell you, once you get the rhythm going, once you get a rally catch hats going, I remember playing back in the day, we used to put our hats sideways. When we were down in the game, we got a bunch of hits in the game. You can see with Baltimore right now, they got the rally.
Hit in the air, in right, foul territory. That'll do it as they put that one away. And a great way to start in the first. They get 3 runs off a bad pitching start. The O's lead it 3-0.
Oh, George Springer coming up, Dalton for the show.
And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And in the batter's box, it's Springer. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1.
Looking for the ground ball out, trying to get the hitter to roll over on it. Throws that sinker on the outside corner.
Well, George Springer, the former Rookie of the Year with the Houston Astros. He's won 2 World Series in his career.
Called strike at the letter, so he's got him in the hole now, 0-2.
Actually won World Series with Houston 2017.
Trying to get him to chase a slider, but it's 1-2.
I think with George, injuries have really slowed him down. When he was in Houston, he barely missed the game. Playing center field just takes a lot out of your body.
And he watches one high, 2-2.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. 4-seam fastball up in the zone.
And I think tonight, the Baltimore pitching, in terms of location, has been great tonight.
He deals. Fastball in there, called third strike, 1 out.
It took 5 pitches to get the job done, and it got done quickly.
Nah, you never go wrong with a strikeout, John.
Sometimes you're worried when you go up there, you know, you're going to have a big battle at hand, and this one here went pretty quickly.
Oh, Vince Caccini's really
now the State Farm leaderboard shows us some lineups that have really gotten into the swing of things during the past 10 games. The Athletics #1, second the Rangers, third the Yankees, fourth the Jays, and for the Tigers, 5th.
With this sort of power production, it's tough to pitch around any one hitter in the lineup because it does speak to the power depth that they have throughout the course of the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. They're making it happen.
Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
Well, purpose pitch right there. He gets the strike on it, goes up and in, and it opens up the entire strike zone now.
Well, the thing is, Caccini's just getting it done. He's making it happen.
Pitch on the way. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. 2 down here in the inning.
Right fielder.
I call that a can of corn.
Here's Brandon Belt now, a couple away.
He's been trying to get back on track, but only 8 hits in his last 41 at-bats.
And you can trace his struggles back to late May. Just went into a funk around the end of that month.
Yeah, he's got to get it going.
First pitch, a sinker in there, 0-1.
A strike or no strike, he's asking for trouble up there.
Well, the 4-time All-Star Brandon Belt. His time with the San Francisco Giants, he had some great games. He won about 8 Gold Gloves. Just an amazing athlete.
And that is a strike. Brandon Belt now finds himself behind in this count.
Boy, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
There's a swing and a miss, but he's headed for first. And out at first.
Nice play by the catcher. Time to get out of the crouch and get it over to first base ahead of the batter. Sometimes these things can get away from you. He did a great job keeping it in front.
Good hustle and a great arm.
Oh, he sure does have.
And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. Baltimore is still on top.
For the Baltimore Orioles.
Moran gets a shot here.
#2.
Well, what types of pitches have been put in play here today? Here's a quick breakdown of exactly that.
This guy's 4-seamer's been hit 3 times here already in the early goings.
Well, that fastball is definitely not fooling this lineup. It's still early on. He's got the time to adjust, but it needs to happen now.
Yeah, I think he's got to locate. And I think the most important, with any fastball, you just got to hit your spots and make it happen.
Ball. No luck that time for Jackson. He misses inside.
We're going with the cut fastball on the inside corner here. He tries to bust him in on the hands, but the ball runs back, just misses the corner.
That's a good pitch. And I think with Jackson, his confidence. And over the years, he's given up a lot of walks. He's given up a lot of home runs. It's all about confidence with Edwin. And I think if he's located, everything will go right for him.
Hit up the middle. And it's through into center field. Base hit. And he throws it over his head.
Baltimore Orioles.
And a special MLB treat coming up for Father's Day. We'll see Miguel Cabrera and the Detroit Tigers. They take on the Cleveland Indians. Game time is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific.
A chance to watch two good teams matching up in that one, Gary. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that one should be special. Two of the best in the business. Miguel Cabrera and Matt Kemp. These are two guys that have had amazing MLB careers, and that's what it's all about.
Hit sharply towards the hole. Wide throw. Can't get him at first base. Good offensive chance here.
But when you're setting your defense, you don't set your defense for guys not to hit the ball well. This ball wasn't hit hard, but he gets down the line so quickly he's able to beat it out for that base hit.
Yeah, that's good hustle. And the most important thing, John, is he's believing that he can make
Here's
it
the
happen.
first one. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Not an 0 for 1 tonight against Jackson.
Well, he just blew that four-seam fastball by him the last time up. You've got to think he's going to try to go there again. Elevates
Up the middle. And that's going to be another hit for them. It's time to get it done. Baltimore, let's see if they can.
Number 25.
That was a good piece of hitting. The thing is, he extended those arms, gets a good base hit, loads the base, and Baltimore have the momentum. This is what you got to do.
now he's surrendered 3 straight hits. He's got to bounce back and get this guy. He needs an out.
Number 2 spot in the lineup up again. And he'll be looking to pad the lead a bit here.
When you get these kinds of opportunities, you have to capitalize on it and swing the bat.
And the pitcher's really got to bear down now.
And I think the most important thing is right now, you don't want to give him anything close. When you look at this young star in Anthony Santar, he has power. He's had 2 grand slams in 2023, and he get one
Sacks
tonight.
full. Here's the pitch. And that's too low. 1-0.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
I think the important thing is you just want to stay away. You don't want to go too in on this great young power threat. I mean, Anthony is such a great power.
Ready
bat
with a
with
1-0. There's contact. He drove it well. 1 away. Runners on the move. A run scores. No luck getting him at third. He's in there easily.
A good piece of hitting right there. Listen, he's not a star, but he knows what to do. Good, productive at bat.
No, he's becoming a star. And I've seen him play some games so far for Baltimore in 2023. And you think about Anthony Santerre. You know, he was a
And the
third
right
round
fielder batting again. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
Boy, so many quality at bats for this offense. The pitcher has to make a pitch here and slam this door shut